Hello everyone and welcome back to Kitbash Carnage. First thing first, do apologise for the long absence. But moving on from that, today we're going to do a paint scheme that I've been interested in doing again. I haven't done this in a long time, and it's actually got more kind of in-depth and kind of more futuristic as time has gone on. So back in the day, about 20-ish years ago, probably more, this colour pattern and this scheme wasn't as vibrant, and we didn't really have the same type of colours and paints and stuff like that. So we're going to try and do the technique here using some other techniques gotten from other creators and seen on other videos and whatnot, but we'll give it a shot. And oh, there goes a mini. First off, we'll end up just drilling some holes in this, because the whole idea of this little paint scheme and these three minis is basically that the miniature holding the grenade there has basically just the grenade has blown up in his hand, so causing the little unit here of three guys to take the shrapnel of the grenade. So using some like masking tape type of stuff, very thin tape, we're just kind of taping off our little lines and layers that you'll see us do with the technique we're going to do here. It's basically just different vibrant colours, and like I said, back in the day we didn't really use as vibrant colours as these unless you're doing kind of a Slanesh-y type of noise marine type of colour scheme. But here we go, we'll give it a shot. Obviously, since my eye has got worse, I'm not the best. I was never really the best at painting, but we'll give it a go and we'll give it a roll. Using our patent pendant thumb technique palette there. You see a lot of people do this, and this is basically just to take off or add excess paint onto the nib of your brush there. In my opinion, I use it basically because I'm too lazy to keep putting my brush down and back and down and back. Whereas if I'm holding the miniature in a certain position, I can just use my finger or my hand there as a palette and not have to move position too much if my fingers are in a cozy position while I'm holding the paintbrush and whatnot. So here you see the Flora paints from Green Stuff World. No sponsorship or nothing like that. Green Stuff, you can sponsor me if you want. But these colours helped with this technique, making the undertone colours kind of pop that bit more. So making sure you're using the yellow for the yellow and the orange for orange, red for red and blue for blue, and so on and so forth. So continuing on doing our little stripe technique here, or scheme shall I say. Just kind of trying to be as neat as we possibly can, painting in between these masked off bits. You can always go back with black and try tidy these all up a little bit more in the end. So once again, using our hand there just to keep some paint close by, basically just like I said, to stop us from having to move position too much if we're in a good position to paint these lines, because sometimes you might find that as soon as you put the miniature down and get some more paint on your brush, it's hard to get back into that same position. So you see what these guys look like after the base coat's down, and then we go in and we start putting the floor base coat colors down over the tone colors. So like I said, the yellow floor on top of the yellow, the pink on top of the pink, and orange on top of the orange, and so on and so forth. So we'll go in now and start doing that, and this is where you start to see the kind of contrast and the tones, the undercoat tones start to brighten up that bit more. Now this can always be perfected. Like I said, this is the first time doing this in 20 something years. Getting back into the hobby, I've been trying to get back into the kit bashing part of it first, and then get back into the painting side of it. I never was too much of a painting fan, and then like I said, since my eye accident haven't really gotten much of it, but you know, it's part of the hobby, and at the end of the day, it kind of ties in and brightens up these miniatures you spent so long kitbashing. So I appreciate you all for watching the video. Apologies again for taking so long to post, but stay tuned for some upcoming posts on some future projects. I'm in the middle of doing a huge project for Trench Crusade, so stay tuned, and thank you all again.